All right, welcome. And just like on cue, as soon as I press the button to go live, my dog starts barking like a goddamn maniac. But welcome back. Today is Monday, May 19th, 2025. And now everybody downstairs is just going crazy. Just like literally, it was like quiet and peaceful, but now it's like a madhouse down there. And also, so I came up here about 45 minutes ago, and I want to turn this camera back on. I want to show you this. So my cat, one of my cats, he was sitting in that spot, and I'm like, oh, okay, great, this is going to be great. I'm like, his name, this was the boy cat, Mu Ping. I'm like, Mu Ping, stay there, just stay there. And he's like calm, and he's like the whole time he's just like chill, he's napping, he's looking up, napping. Then literally 10 minutes before I come on, my wife comes upstairs, and I'm like, "Argh!" I'm like, in my mind, I'm screaming because my cat, I'm thinking like, if she comes upstairs, she's going to ruin it. She's going to ruin everything. And so I'm telling her, I'm like, no. You got to stay. I'm like, no, Mu Ping. I want Mu Ping I want to put Mu Ping on the camera. And she's like, okay, sorry. She goes downstairs. What happens? The cat runs right downstairs. Yep. So let that be a lesson to you. Never get married. Just leave it at that. Never get married. But welcome back. I am Addy, of course, and tonight, I kind of had an idea what we want to do tonight, and Not Sure says that this title scares me. Well, it shouldn't scare you. So the reason, and then got a couple people in the mobile stream with I Love Soccer saying hey, and Dark Line PUBG saying hello, and then Mecha Space Gorhira. Mecha Space Gorija Production says hi. I think I'm going to have a rule that if your message doesn't have more syllables than your username, I'm not going to read your message. That's just how it's going to be from now on. But so I hope everybody had a great weekend. Matthew, is this why it's hardcore tonight? Cats and barking. So here's the thing. Like for several weeks, right? Like, and this was before Matthew, before you even came here. But for several weeks, I just kind of reused because when you schedule your live streams, you can do reuse settings, and I just did something really generic. I Love Soccer says, you look like you like comics. No, I don't. No, but I can see that, like the balding, overweight old guy. Like I get it. That I get it. So with the titles, I was just reusing the titles, right? And we just would get no new listeners, like none. Like it would just be dead. And the only people here would be Not Sure and Razman, and occasionally just one of them. And then so one night I just started changing every new stream, I just changed the title. And then boom, people started coming in more. And so I thought, okay. So I'm thinking like maybe there's something about the algorithm that kind of like it favors you if you change the titles, right? So I've been changing the title with every stream. I've been trying to just like make it say the same thing, but just kind of make it a little bit different to try and play the algorithm a little bit. And so tonight is just what did I call it? I called it hardcore something. Hardcore live coding. Yes, that's what I called it. Hardcore live coding, writing an extreme survival horror game in Unity and C#. So I'm trying to like include in the titles what we're doing to try and get people that are interested in that to click on it, and try to use some keywords, right? Some like keywords that are actually going to like draw people to it. Now I'm all self-conscious. Thanks a lot. I Love Soccer. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Like, do you love to play soccer or do you just like to watch soccer? Because if you like to play soccer, then you're entitled to make fun of me. But if you just like to watch soccer, then no, you're not entitled to make fun of me. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. Though you might be 12. So, okay, fair enough. All right. So I kind of wanted to, okay, I don't know what this error is. I just started getting this. Unable to add renderer to the scene after culling. Possible causes: a camera callback such as on pre-render or graphics draw mesh. All right, so this is where I'm going to have to lean on Matthew. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, and it just keeps coming. I have so what I did is I wanted to add water, all right? And so I just made the map a little bit bigger. Not a little bit. I made it actually considerably bigger, and I started adding roads. And literally tonight, I was thinking like I'm just feeling kind of lazy, and I just thought, okay, maybe we can just actually kind of just draw a map, right? And I also thought, okay, well, we should have water too. And then I was thinking, well, maybe we should it be an island? And maybe that is the object of the game, is you have to get onto a boat to take you to safety. Because like I hate games that are like, I've never liked games that have like these artificial barriers. Like they're pseudo open world, but they have these artificial barriers, like an invisible wall that you just can't walk past for whatever reason. And of course, the reason is because, well, the program can only be so big. But I've never liked that. And so I like the way that like games like Grand Theft Auto do it, where like you're like on some island. Now, of course, in Grand Theft Auto, you can steal a jet and you can fly. Like, what has anybody gotten to the edge of the map in Grand? Surely, I mean, it's been like 15 years or 12 years. Surely people have gotten to the edge of the map of Grand Theft Auto. Like, what happens? Do you just keep flying indefinitely, or at some point do you die, or what? Not sure. It says, let's recap what we've done so far. It could be cabin in the woods type of game. I was thinking something, cabin in the woods isn't bad. I wanted to move all this stuff kind of to the middle of the map. And then that way, because you start in the middle of the action. And then I made the map considerably bigger. And then I was playing around with the water. I had to figure out how to do that, because I actually had to raise the terrain, and then I had to raise all the objects on the terrain, and so I could dig a hole, which kind of pissed me off. But there was something I'd added over the weekend, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but this is going to be particularly exciting for you. For you, not sure. Although, wait, can I get the knife? Where'd the knife go? The knife might be under that wall there. Let me. I'm going to show you this, because I got to get the knife. Not sure is going to be so excited. I'm excited for how excited he's going to be, but I got to get to the goddamn thing. All right, let me go here. I could go there. Easy. Okay, I think that should work. Let's see if I can get the knife here. I've been playing around with the lighting. I've been playing around with, okay, I didn't need to move it after all. Okay, so here, watch this. So all right, so here's our guard. Ooh, you look nice. Look, with the light, but the light seems to be coming from there, but the moon is over. All right, we'll have to play with that. All right. Okay, watch this. You ready? We got to add some sound effects, but all right. Ooh, stabbed him in the... Okay, there we go. Die. Okay. Oh, so he falls over now when he dies, and then he disappears. He'll just go woof. I had to add like a... Oh, see, he fades out. Fades into the night. All right, so anyway, I'm wondering... Like I don't know what this game is. Like, I mean, I know like the mechanics that I want to have in the game, and I can visualize the mechanics. I can visualize the programming nerd things that I want to do in the game, but I kind of have a story that was like 30% written by me and 70% written by AI, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I feel like most people are only playing a game. When you play a game, you're probably playing it for like 80% for the game and 20% for the story. Though I know there are exceptions. I know some people really get into story. Like people get really hardcore into the stories of certain games. But I think in general, I don't know. Let me know if you guys disagree. But I think in general, you're playing the game for the game. Like I said, maybe like 20. You're playing it 20 to 30% for the story, and then 70 to 80% to play the game, right? I think that's probably fair. And often, at least for me personally, the only games I can think of that I have played for the story are the Grand Theft Auto games. Like, especially Grand Theft Auto 4. Wait, because 6 is the one that's coming out next year. So, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 was the one with the Russian guy. It took place in the fictitious New York City. That was the one that I really enjoyed the story for that one. Like, that was just I don't know why. I enjoyed it. Grand Theft Auto 5, not bad. And we'll see how Grand Theft Auto 6 is. Not Sure says, Matthew says, awesome. Not Sure says, love the animation. Matthew says, playing a co-op game with a friend right now. We barely notice the story. It's all about addictive gameplay and collectibles for us. Yeah, I think so. And then Another mechanic that, and this is a little paradoxical, but a mechanic that is extremely boring to me in a game. It is I find it excessively boring in a game. However, I find it really intriguing to implement. So from a programming point of view, it seems very interesting, but from a player point of view, it seems really boring. And actually, there's two of them: crafting and what was the other one? Crafting and resource management. Like in terms of playing, and when I'm playing, like when I play the City Skylines, first thing I like every new city, unlimited money, because my argument is I have to worry about money in real life. Why do I want to escape to a fantasy world where I have to worry about money? Like, that's not a fantasy world to me. Like, a fantasy world to me is like unlimited money, unlimited resources. So like resource management seems kind of boring to me, and crafting kind of seems boring to me. But from a pragmatic standpoint, from like a programmer standpoint, both of those actually seem really kind of interesting. Like they seem very interesting in an implementation standpoint. So this game kind of has a Firewatch feel. I'd recommend giving that game a look. Well, let's do it together. How about we do that? Oh, I was reading about Howard Stern. I wanted to see how I wanted to see. I'm kind of ashamed. Oh, look, there I am. No, I was reading about Howard Stern because I wanted to see how old he was when he got married for the second time. I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, maybe there's still time for me. No. I love my wife. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, what is this? Let's just... So is this like a survival? I mean, I'm just skimming through it, obviously. Oh, wait, let's watch the trailer. I'm going to turn the music down. Watch the trailer.
The wind's really picking up.
Yeah, it is. Hey, so what the hell happened last...
Do you have anything you need to report?
No. No new smoke on my end.
Can you confirm?
Yes.
Are you concerned about the Greenwood fire?
I wasn't. Should I be?
Well, the wind is really picking up.
Is this game 11 years old?
It's 2.5 miles off. And it's gonna have to break at the canyon, right?
All right. Well, use your best judgment.
Should I be worried? Delilah, should I be worried?
It's a murder mystery
No,
game, says
Henry.
not sure. Oh, okay.
So, last night...
You know we shouldn't talk about it. Please, stop.
I don't give a shit.
Please.
Fine.
So this seems very...
I don't think I'm...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems
We're
very...
safe.
All right, let me turn
This
this down.
job's not safe.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems very story-oriented.
People die getting out of the shower.
You know what I mean. As a lookout.
Look, why are we even here?
To make sure the damn wilderness doesn't burn down.
No. Our job is to be here when that happens. Henry, there are some things you can't prevent.
Uh-oh.
So just stay in your tower, okay? Stay in there and watch.
I know that with a lot of game streamers, I know there's a thing... There's this thing about how games that came out in like 2010, 2011, and even sometimes in some cases, even older games look better than the games that are coming out today. And I think it's funny. Correct. You play through the story. So I think I've described this before, like the mechanics that seem interesting to me. And actually, I've refined the idea a little bit. So there was this game. Oh, God. It came out, it must have been 2005 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in like the 2000s, somewhere in the mid 2000s. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, and there was a mode. Like the game itself sucked. Like I tried playing the actual game, had no interest in the actual game, but there was an online mode, and you could play as what we like. There were like on a few message boards that I was on. We would play. We would coordinate playing. We would call them the soldiers and the ninjas, right? And of course, everybody wanted to play as a ninja, and it was really obnoxious because so. Basically, soldiers are like guarding, like, I don't remember what it was. It was like some secrets or something like that. And then you had ninjas. And so the object was when you played a ninja, you had to break into this place and steal these secrets. And then the soldier's object was to not let you do that, to basically kill you if you try to do that. And the ninja mechanic was so cool. It like the thing that was really frustrating about that game was the mechanic of how you played the ninja in that multiplayer mode was completely different than the mechanic, because in the story mode, you were also a ninja, but the mechanic was completely different. So it wasn't the same experience, which was so disappointing because the play mechanics in the multiplayer mode were so much better. And so that game, I really liked the kind of sneakiness of that game. But then the other game that I really liked, and this is kind of where I'm going to bring this back full circle to about our game. The other game I really liked is Hitman. And I don't remember which one it was that I played. I don't think it was the first one, but it was like 2017, and I bought a used copy of it. I remember what happened was I was single, and I was living by myself. It was like ideal. I don't know why I ever gave that up, but I'm happy now, so but whatever. But anyway, so I had acquired some funny tobacco, and it was like the first time I'd like acquired funny tobacco, and I had no plans for the weekend. And I remember talking to my daughter, who at that time was in her mid-20s, so she's an adult, and we were just talking, and she's like, "So what are you going to do this weekend?" And I was like, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to GameStop. I'm going to buy an Xbox. I'm going to buy a few games. And I'm going to come home and I'm going to smoke weed all weekend and play video games." And she was like, "That sounds amazing." And I did. And one of the games I bought that weekend was Hitman. I don't know, I don't know which one it was, but I really enjoyed the, a very simple mechanic in it was you had those coins. If you played Hitman, you like fling the coin and then the NPC goes to look over there. And then now that the NPC is distracted, you can sneak past him. I really like that mechanic. And that was like one of the first things I thought that and that's actually why this guy is standing in front of the building. Because I was thinking we could do something similar, right? Like you make it so that you have to run up to the roof and then you throw something over and then he goes and he checks over there and then you can sneak out of the building. And that's a start. However, and I think I've talked about this before, but I really like the idea, and I don't know of any other games that do this. Maybe there are. I'm not saying I'm the first one to ever think of this. I'm not saying that at all. But I really like the idea of being able to I want to use the word lightly because I know it can scare away non-programmers, but I like the idea of being able to program the NPCs. Wait here for 30 seconds and then go over there. Or if the guard comes into the room, then make a noise. Think like we'll have to figure it out. But like that kind of like manipulation of being able to like, if the guard goes into the other room, then shoot this guard there or something, whatever it is. But I like that idea of being able to kind of like pragmatically like control your NPC, like your teammate NPCs. And because I think I like one game that I played a long time ago was Thing. And this was like 2001, 2002. But it had like friendly NPCs that you could control to an extent. And that was one of the reasons that I built the entire personality mode into the NPCs, because I want you to be able to program the NPCs, but they have to trust you. They have to not be scared of you. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. I think if we start with the mechanic of what I just described of Like, let's make it so if you try to just run out of the building, he shoots you and kills you. Like, make it so like there's no way to avoid that. But then we just start with a mechanic of, okay, make a noise on the other side of the building. He goes to check it out, and then you can run. Now, what are you going to do once you run? I don't know. We'll figure it out then. So let's start by maybe moving most of this stuff to the middle. I think that would be a good starting point. So let's see. So we have the buildings and not sure says correct. Awesome. That's very much like GoldenEye. GoldenEye had NPCs on a loop. So the only GoldenEye game I know is the very famous one in the late 90s, which I remember my younger cousin and I was in my early 20s. No, I was like in my mid 20s. Not doing so well for myself. No, it was like early 20s. Not doing so well for myself at the time. So I moved in with my grandmother. And my cousin, he was maybe 5 years younger than me, he was already living with my grandmother. And I just remember we just smoked a lot of weed and played GoldenEye. That multiplayer mode in GoldenEye is like, of course, but that's what it's known for, right? Because it was just fucking amazing. For whatever reason, that multiplayer mode was so much fun. I just remember it being incredibly fun. All right, so let's see if we can select other stuff. So that's the buildings, and then we have I'm just going to put this under there. What if I put the water under terrain? Okay. Is that going to screw anything up? Hopefully not. I don't know what this error is. If maybe Matthew can, I don't know if Matthew has any idea what that is, but if not, I think what we'll probably do in a couple minutes is just start going through and disabling things, see where the error disappears, and help us narrow it down. Let's see. So we got that. GoldenEye is unplayable now. The graphics didn't hold up over time. I'm sure they didn't. I mean, but oh my god, that was such a fun game. That was that multiplayer mode, and it was like local multiplayer. It was so much fun. I remember reading an article about one of the it was an interview with one of the developers on that game, and he was talking about how it was basically that multiplayer mode. And as a programmer, I'm sure you've noticed this too. Sometimes it happens where he realized, oh, if I simply do this, this, and this, then it should just work. And that's what it was. And he said it was ultimately a very simple change. And like that's the beauty of like programming in some sense. Is like if you design your stuff and modularize yourself well enough, then you'll find that happens a lot. It's very difficult to have that happen when your stuff is poorly designed and when your code is poorly structured together. It's very difficult to be like, oh, I just need to change these few things and it just works. A good example in this game, not to toot my own horn, but a little bit, is like how we just attach an item thing to an item and then you just pick it up. And then I also noticed another thing. I was like, wait a minute, I was like, this should work, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Let's go. And remember, what I'm about to... Wait, where's the knife? Where's the knife? Well, I think I can just... God damn it. I'm going to have... I got to do something about that. I got to do something about the ground. I got to do something about lots of things. But let me show... It was something like over the weekend, I was like, wait a minute. This should work. Did I lose the... Oh, my. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we go over here. Easy. Okay, pick up the knife. Sorry, boy. But, and then you can kill the green guy. Like, and it makes sense, right? So it was like I didn't have to do anything extra. It just worked. So that's one of the important things about having it. Now that's interesting. He didn't fade away. He just disappeared. I think I know why. Maybe. No, actually I don't. Anyway. Now I kind of want to know. But I think more than anything, I want to know what this error is. Okay. All right, Addy. All right, Addy, just don't get distracted. Just, okay, delete those two things. Okay, so you're going to move the patrolman. You're going to move... I think we can wait on that stuff because we're probably going to end up deleting it. We're going to move that. We're going to move that. We're going to move the player. And I think that it may be the air siren, which actually I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to... All right, easy, easy. Okay, now, so that is approximately in the middle. I'm not going to be able to get it exactly in the middle because of how... Oh, wait, maybe we can do a little bit better. Maybe we can actually... Let me see. Rotation. If I want to tilt like that, that's going to be on the y-axis 180 degrees. Oh, that screwed up the road system. That's interesting. Okay, let's just do this. Easy, easy. Actually, I guess we can just put some stuff in the water. We can delete it. Okay. I'm not in any way emotionally invested in these buildings, so we can just delete them. And actually, I think it was you, not sure, that so Matthew, I think, was the person that linked me to the road system, and then you linked me to another asset that was of the buildings, which I think we might actually end up using that as well. Let's see. Oh, got a bunch of messages here. Mario Kart is still playable. Sorry, can't see it through the chat box. Oh, here. Let me post it in. Let me post the error in here. I was going to... Is that correct? Yes. Oh, God damn it. It's too long. God damn it. So here's the error. Let me... if this is the cause, move the cause... So this is not the cause. Here. Unable to render the scene after culling. Let's see. This sounds very much like a Escape East Germany game. Yes, actually it is. That is very much like, if you look at so I have a whole project on the docs of this, which I have not kept or maintained by any means. But basically, I think I tell the AI, like, in terms of story, like, set this in a fictional country in Europe during World War II. And it's a very much like, escape, because I was thinking, okay, well, one of the things we could have is like the wall, like literally like the Berlin Wall. Like, you have to get over the wall. Like, that's a good that's a good way to win as well. In my new project, I have made most systems independent, like inventory quest systems. It'll all be glued together nicely. It's great if you can do it. Yes, and that's kind of like what I'm doing, because like I'm thinking about like the way that I did the NPCs and the way I've done items. I haven't tackled inventory yet. I'm still on the fence about how I want to do inventory. I'm thinking it's just probably going to be a script on the player, but it would be a script that actually I could attach to NPCs, because then the NPCs themselves can have an inventory. You can make the floor 1,000 by 1,000 to make it appear infinite. So I changed that too. I think it is 1,000 by 1,000, I think. Let's see. Settings. Yeah, it is 1,000, but actually that's a good idea, because if we set the limits around here, I'm just curious. If I do 5 and then, whoa! Yeah, I'm not crazy about how it doesn't automatically put me in the center. Like, why doesn't it adjust the size based around the center? And then also there was this whole concept of, I guess that's another thing, there was this whole concept of neighborhoods, which I'm guessing are neighbor terrains. I'm guessing neighbors are something that's loaded. It's not all loaded at once. Is that what neighbors are? Kind of like your local neighbor gets loaded, and then the other neighbors only get loaded as needed, maybe? It is a unique issue to the Aqua Light Reflection script. Do you need that? If you push the latest changes to your branch, it might be able to reproduce. So actually, I think I'm working on a branch right now. And actually, I'll go ahead and push this since it's on a branch. I'm not too concerned with everything. Let's see. Stage all. Pushing for Matthew to take a look at. Yeah, so I have it. The branch is called Dev Flashlight. But yeah, if you get a chance to take a look at that. So yeah, the Aqua. I mean, that's this is like, I am so bad. I don't read errors. I mean, I do and I don't, and like, but the error was telling me, it was like right there. Aqua Light is, I think that's what I used for the water. Yeah, it is what I used for the water. Because so if I take the water, and if I make the water go away, then the error probably goes away. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Now let's see. I bring back the water, and then the error comes back. Okay, perfect. All right, so I haven't even looked at this, like water plane reflection probe. Probe. Unable to add render it. Let's just see what AI says. Do you have any thoughts on this error? Where the hell has Razman been? Razman, if you're there, give us a proof of life. Haven't seen you in like weeks, and I'm pissed about that. I'm not really pissed, but make sure you're okay. And then also, so my mother, what is this? Just wanted to say I had a great time watching your stream. Said, oh, Military Lady MILF. On Twitch. Oh yeah, I think I have a new fan. Military. When do you usually go live with a heart? ? I want to be your fan. Let me know your Discord. Oh my God. Anyway, but my mother had surgery this morning. She's doing well. Thank you for asking. She's doing well, but I have to go. I'm going to go take care. So my sisters and I were taking turns taking care of her. So I'm going out to her place on Wednesday. She has terrible internet. Like her internet where she lives, it's literally like a T-Mobile, like 4G mobile router thing. I've spent time there, so I am able to work from there mostly. But streaming, I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try streaming. I'm going to try. But it might be a similar situation to when I was in Fiji. It might even be worse. I'm not sure. Probably will be. Because the connection in Fiji wasn't terrible. It just wasn't great. I have a feeling that the connection at my mother's comparatively is going to be terrible. I think that's going to be what it is. Okay. All right. The reflection script is adding or drawing renderers after Unity's cooling pass runs too late. Oh, okay. You must issue your draw call, but I'm not issuing draw calls. Is there a script here? Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I think most scenes are made in Blender using a technique called gray boxing. So is that where something in the distance is kind of grayed out, or you don't have a lot of detail, and then the closer you get, the more that the detail renders? Is that what it is? Something like that? Okay. I have an entire book that I bought. I've had this book for 20 years. I have no idea. I bought it because at the time I was really interested in it, in the economies of MMORPGs. And the book is literally like, write your own MMORPG or development MMORPG, something like that. And I remember I got into a big fight with my girlfriend at the time. And like in retrospect, I remember I realized that she wasn't mad that I was spending money, because we had money. I mean, we weren't rich, but we weren't hurting. Like we were comfortable. She was just mad that I was spending money on myself and not on her. Because I bought a book, which I think it was like $50. And this is like 2003 $50, right? Like $50 in 2003, which is probably going to be like close to $100 today. Now I want to know. Inflation calculator. Let's see. So if I had $50 in January of 2003, 4, sometime around there. Let's go 3. Calculate. $88. Yeah, so she was but like I said, in retrospect, I think she was just mad that I was spending money on myself and not on her. Oh, she was a terrible person. What a terrible person she was. Hi, Amy. Terrible person. Awful person. Okay. No, you should not talk bad about your exes. You shouldn't. I generally I don't. Except her. Here's an example. Now I'm going off on a tangent, so I'm sorry, boys. This kind of exemplifies how she was a terrible person. So when we were dating, we were both potheads. Like we both daily. We would get home from work and we would just smoke from the time we got home until we went to bed, right? And we just did this every day. And then on the weekends, all day, every day, right? Just constant. So we decided we were going to go to Amsterdam. This was 2002. And today, if you want to get high, you just go down to this local store in a number of states. It's so easy to get today. But the 2002 was a little trickier. And so we were like, well, let's go to Amsterdam, right? Because I had already been to Amsterdam a couple of times because I was a huge pothead. And I was like, hey, let's go to Amsterdam together. We both love weed. Let's go to Amsterdam. Okay, so we go to Amsterdam. We have a fine time. We got along and we saw stuff. We did this, blah, blah, blah. It was a great time. So she buys these seeds, right? And I'm like, why are you buying seeds? And she's like, well, I'm going to just, it'll be all right. It's okay. Nothing's going to happen. And I'm like, don't do that. Nah, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. So we get home, we get to the airport, we check in, nothing. We have the plane ride home. We get home. I think somebody picked us up at the airport. We get home, we had to drive. Then we get all the way home. I get into the apartment. I open up my checked baggage, my checked bag. And what is right there on the top of my checked bag? Those motherfucking seeds. That cunt. And yeah, I said it. That cunt. She put the seeds in my fucking bag. Oh my God. And looking back on it, why did I not break up with her? Why did I not break up with her at that time? I didn't. I don't know why. And I can't tell you why. I mean, it's not that I'm not allowed to say. It's I literally don't know why I didn't. If that happened today, oh my God. Anyway. Terrible person. Horrible person. Okay, let's see. Gray boxing is just making quick and dirty scenes without worrying about textures. Literally everything is just gray. Okay, yeah. I find that really satisfying to see, not sure. Something about a pure gray box scene is like a blank canvas. I get it. Okay. My dog. He's freaking out. Oh. Hold on, I'm going to shut the door. Wait, actually, I'll be right back. I want to grab something really quick downstairs. Let me see. Where is this? Okay. I'll be right back. All right, boys. So what I wanted to grab, I had to grab the book I was telling you about. Massive Multiplayer Game Development 2. This game smells good. You always got to smell your books. But it had a whole section about economies, which is why I bought it, because I was really interested. I think I was taking an economics class. Okay, so this was copyright 2005. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Ugh. But I was for a while there. I was really interested in the economies of massive multiplayer games. I just found it neat and a little fascinating how people are literally like mining this virtual thing to get real money, and there's like a price for it and like a trademark, like it was an actual like market value. If there was a glitch, it could tank the price and real money. Like it was just, I found that neat. I found that neat. If we get the game playable, then just hire an artist to finish it. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm not really interested in doing the art. And a little bit, maybe. But for the most part, no. There was another problem that I found interesting. So I was playing around with the light over the weekend. Let me... Okay, here we go. So if I go in here... So actually, I'll just tell you the problem. It's probably easier to just tell you the problem than to try and show you. But the light bleeds through the walls. So if I go in, and what I was able to do is I made it really, if I go in here, well, this is another problem. Camera is, clipping through the walls. But I go in here, so you kind of look at this. Okay, get a sense of how dark it is. Turn this on. Okay, it's lighter. And then I shut the door. It's still light, you see? And then, so get a sense of how dark it is. Come in here, turn it off, and you can see it's darker. So the light, and I was reading about it, and it was like, oh, you have to like, generally, I think what they said is like the walls have to extend past the floor a little bit and stuff like that. And I'm like, ugh. All right, so it's about the model. It's about the model of the frickin' building, so I don't want to deal with that. All right. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do a little world building tonight. Maybe not so much programming tonight. I kind of just want to. I'm just a little tired, I think. So I kind of just want to do like not exactly a mind-numbing experience or mind-numbing thing, but like I was telling somebody, I think I might have even mentioned on here before. Like one of the things I really like doing is I really like washing dishes. Like I enjoy the act of washing dishes because it takes no mental energy. I mean, other than the mechanical parts of it, but you don't have to like think about it. You just do it. And so I really enjoy just like doing dishes because you just do it. You just and you can kind of get lost in it. And then also it's very satisfying. I think it's a very satisfying exercise because you have this really dirty kitchen, and then you after 15 minutes, boom, your kitchen's spotless. It's gratifying. Maybe that's the word. It's very gratifying. So anyway, I thought we could do that tonight. Maybe just kind of do a little world building. Plus I like maps. So, the light flash bug annoys me. Yeah, I've run into it a couple of times. You're talking about when you turn the lamp on and then it just goes blue for a second. If you enable shadows for the lamp lights, it'll stop that. If I enable shadows for the lamp lights. Okay, so let's go over here. I thought I did enable shadows, but let's see. Okay, so so I gotta do the light, the bulb. Shadow type, no shadows. Okay, so let's do hard shadows. Strength, quality. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the default for now. So let's see if this works. This is going to sound really stupid. But I think just because all the light had been really muted, I didn't have an appreciation for like how nice the capsule actually looks. And I'm like, oh wow, it looks so nice. Okay, so let's see. I turn that on. Oh god, that. Oh, but I see. Yeah. Okay, so that definitely did do it. But now. I guess my only issue with that is that though that is a very hard shadow. What about how soft shadows? I don't know that soft shadows are much better. Let's see. Bias. Ooh. Okay. All right. Now we're cooking with fire. All right. What about normal bias? No. Didn't do anything. What about near plane? Oh. Okay, so that's kind of the strength of it, I guess. Oh, the shadow. I see. Okay. What is cookie? Draw Halo. Nah. Okay, the range. I remember the range was also okay because I want the light. I want the light to be mostly lit when the. Because I was trying to make it darker outside, which I was able to do eventually. So one of the things when I travel. All right, so that's good to know. The shadows will take care of that. Thank you, Matthew. And the blue material flash when switching a light on sometimes is just a Unity quirk. It basically regenerates the shader at runtime. It will not happen in builds. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how smart. I mean, just because Matthew works professionally in Unity, that doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a build and let's see if this Matthew fella, if this Matthew person, let's see if he knows what he's talking about. All right, we'll see. I'm on to you, Matthew. I'm on to you. All right, gotta wait for this to build. Hold on, guys. I gotta plug my phone in. I thought my phone was charging. I'm gonna plug it in the other room. Thank you, boys. Matthew is laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. Now I want to know what happened that was funny. Laughing at me, no doubt. Okay. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do? Escape the Stasi would be a fun game. I actually asked AI to come up with other names. Let me see if I can find that. I'll do that off screen really quick. So my mother had a hip replacement, and I was reading about that. They maybe you guys already know this. I just found it kind of fascinating how they have to drill out the interior of your femur because they take this steel rod and basically put it into your femur, and then the rod, it comes up and it has that bulb that they put into a socket. And then they have to, they mount it onto the mount point, which in order to have the mount point, they have to shave part of the bone and then bolt it into there. It's just like, Jesus Christ. It's amazing. Where were the names? Nombres. Why is that in Spanish? You know how AI will recommend names for the topics? Nombres alternativos para casa. Like, okay. So this is it's French and Quechua inspired. I don't know why. My dad's side's from Bolivia, where very strong Quechua influences, and I like French. I mean, French is cool. So when I asked the AI, I'm like, okay, try to blend like some type of French Quechua fusion. So here are the names. Tell me what you guys liked. So, first of all, I really like one-word names. But here are some of the other names that are non-one word. I'm going to kind of skip over the ones that are kind of like Torre Sombra, which is like Shadow Tower. Yeah, Shadow Tower. Let's skip over those because I feel like maybe this is just me, but I think for a game to be successful, it doesn't have to have a great name, but it can't have a stupid name. And it can't have a name that's like hard to pronounce or difficult to remember. So it doesn't have to be a great name, but it needs, I do think the name has to be easy to remember. And so that means like, none of these weird, like no weird names or anything. Like just, it has to be good. Like Schedule 1, Grand Theft Auto. Like those two that come to mind, but it has to be easy to remember. Something like AI suggested Kusti Pari Otami Piso. Like nobody's gonna remember that unless you speak Spanish. Then maybe. And my solution for the water is to replace it with another asset long term and disable the reflection component on the water plane short term. Okay. I mean, it's like this Matthew guy almost knows what he's talking about. Okay, so are you talking about the reflection probe, or is there a component? Like, you did say component, I think. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. Disable that. Easy. All right, seems to have gone away. I don't know what that's going to change, but stick with it. Hi, Addie, says Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you, my darling? I hope you're doing well. And then Not Sure says, let's call the game Amy. And the goal will be to break up with... Actually, I don't... it would have to make sense, but I don't hate the name Amy. Like, for this game, like, I don't hate that name, Amy. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Here's what AI kind of came up with. So the no shelter, which isn't terrible. Until the roof, nah. Before the helicopter, I don't plan on having a helicopter in the game. In their hands, oh, Matthew's already in their hands connects with me. Like the outcome of the family we will play as, it's in their hands. Okay, in their hands. 6 floors between. I kind of liked that one, but. I don't know how many floors the building that you start in is actually going to have. And actually, like when I started this, I thought maybe the building you start in would kind of be the game. But now I kind of want it to be more. But who knows? I should probably define a scope because, you know, projects that don't have a scope are just, they're usually destined to fail. But that's it. So then you have some others. Rebellion, di Sombracari, blah, blah, blah. The 20th floor, Altar and Bayonet. Okay, and then I said one-word names. Sombra, which I actually like Sombra, but the problem is you're only going to remember it if you speak Spanish. Sealed, Ashes, Echo, Still. Lisa, tell me what you like first. Or tell me what you like most. Sealed, Ashes, Echo, Still, Flare, Fracture, Pulse, Cleave, Shroud, Yield. I'm not a big fan of any of those, really. Ashes isn't terrible. What about Ami? Like a play. Oh, like, what was it? No, that's Amelie. I was thinking of the movie Amelie. Combine it with Aim at Amy. Oh, my God. Escape Amy. Oh, she was such an awful person. Such an awful person. That was easily... I was going to say that was easily one of the most toxic relationships. No. It was easily the most toxic relationship I've ever had. That was all. Oh my God. That was such a bad relationship. She was just... She would do these contrarian things just to do them. Not making this up. One year... We're talking about Christmas gifts. What do you want to get for Christmas? I don't know. You know, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I said, oh, you know, you want to get me something for Christmas? Give me a winter coat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can get you a winter coat. Like, what kind do you want? And like, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I need a winter coat. I just don't want it white. I don't like white coats. Well, maybe you should just try it. I'm like, no, I mean, like I've tried. I've had white coats. I would like a black or maybe even a brown, but I just don't want a white coat. Well, you know, Addie, you just need to try things because I don't think you know what you like. So guess what she got me for Christmas? Guess what she got me for Christmas that year? She got me a white fucking coat. Literally, a white fucking coat. That's what she got me. Oh my God. Oh, it still makes me angry because she would just do this shit just to be contrarian. Like, there have been girlfriends I've had where like I thought they were, and then I can kind of look like, you know, after you have some time between you, you can look back on things a little more objectively, right? And you can be like, yeah, okay, I get why she did that. I was being a bit of an asshole, or I was being a bit this and that. But with her, No. It's like there's no reason other than that she was just a terrible person. That was literally the only reason. Is like she's just a terrible person. Just a terrible person. Let's see. Making a breakup game would be kind of viral. Well, there was that game that was going viral a couple of months ago where you're trapped in an apartment with your anime girlfriend. Well, it's an anime model, but it's your girlfriend, and you have to convince. It's all AI based, and you have to convince her to let you out of the apartment. That kind of sounds similar. That's kind of where you're going. It sounds like not Ami, Amy, pronounced Amy. Not sure. It says you lose the game instantly if you snap and kill her. Oh my God! Now I'm getting angry just thinking back to all the shit that I went through with that woman. Oh my God! And then when we broke up, like we break up, but here's the thing about breakups: like how many times have you been? You know, you have a friend, and you know they have their live-in girlfriend or even their live-in wife or whatever, but they're living together. And then they'll be like, and then they'll talk to me like, yeah, no, me and so we broke up. You know, like, oh shit. So where's she living? Oh, she's still here in the house. We're just broken up. And I'm like, no. It's like you're not broken up until you live apart. Like you can be like, oh no, we're definitely done. We're definitely through. You can say that as much as you want, but if you still live under the same roof, you're together. You're still together. Or maybe a better way of putting it is it's not over. We'll say that. We'll put it that way. If you're still under the same roof, it's not over. It's not over. So we broke up and I'm like, I'm trying to be nice because it was my house. And like, we'd been living there at that point for like 4 or 5 years. And we'd been living together for like 5 or 6 years. And I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to give her time, right? Like I want her, like, I'm not going to be like, you got 30 days to get out. Like I'm not that type of person. And I eventually had to be that type of person because she was just not moving out. And I remember it really came to a head because I was like, I am seeing somebody and I want to bring her back here because I want to fuck her and I can't because you're here. That's why you just need to get the fuck out. I just had this, I kind of like just blew up, like steam just coming out my ears because there was this other girl that I was seeing and I couldn't bring her back to my house because my ex-girlfriend was still there. And so anyway. Lisa says, people be crazy. That they be. I totally get it, Addie. I was with a guy who said he didn't want kids. Then when I was thinking about getting my tubes tied, he said he couldn't be with someone who couldn't have his kids. There's a very interesting biological thing about that. Like, I kind of get where the guy is coming from. Like, I honestly do. I can't really explain it, but, and this is going to sound terrible, and I'm almost hesitant to say it because I don't want to get canceled, but, well, okay. Fertility is attractive. The lack of fertility, it doesn't detract from attractiveness. It's not a minus, but it's not a plus, right? It's like, you know, you have all these things that stack up for your attraction. And one of the things that you can put on the stack is fertility. And if that's not something you can't put on the stack, well, then it's not on the stack. So I get where the guy's coming from. Like I understand where you're coming from, as in like make up your fucking mind. Like that's the most ridiculous thing. I get it. Like that, yes. But there's that like that mammalian. Am I pronouncing that right? There's like that animal like back of the mind brain. Like ooh, must make baby, must reproduce. Ooh. Like there's that like primal instinct that like it. I get why like a girl not being fertile would, yeah, no, I get it. Like, there's other men in the chat room. Like, do you guys, am I crazy for thinking that? And there's people in the mobile. Like, surely I'm not the only. I don't think that's a crazy thought. I don't think it's a crazy thought. But I totally get where you're coming from, Lisa. Like, because it does seem like counterintuitive and like, well, what? Why? It seems like mixed. Like, I get where you're coming from, but there's some biological thing, at least in my mind, that's just like, oh, this person's not. Like, you give me like two women to kind of hook up with, even if I don't want to have a kid. And like, if those women, let's say they're twins, like they're identical twins, but for whatever reason, one can't make a baby and the other can. I'm going with the one that can. I can't make babies. Like, I got snipped years ago, decades ago at this point. So it's not about wanting to have a baby. It's kind of like about like, I don't know. We had been together for like 3 years, and he vehemently said he didn't want kids. But as soon as I said I wanted to not have any more, he threw a fit. I was in my 30s. I get it. I want to have kids, so I can't date anyone over 35. Yeah, pretty much. Every now and then, like when I first started dating my wife, like she wanted to have a baby when we first got together, and I kind of made it very clear early on. It was like if we're going to be in a relationship, there's not going to be any babies. Like, there's not, because first of all, I don't want any, and second of all, like I can't make any. Every now and then I'll ask her, like, you want to make a baby? And she's like, I'm too old. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of are. That was mean. I love her. I want to have, okay, Addie, just say you have a breeding kink. I don't think it's a kink. I think it's normal. I think most people have that. I think most people, it's programmed in us to want to breed. Like, it's I think that's normal. That's how species proliferate. All right. I'm not even doing anything. Okay, so what are we going to do? Like I said, I just kind of want to do a mindless exercise tonight, even though I've already wasted an hour just talking about nonsense. I feel like there would be a nice park over here, right? Like there would be like a nice sandy park or something. Let's extend this out. So I haven't found a really good way to make these roads other than just like continuously like duplicating and dragging. Like that seems to be the, like, I guess I could stretch, but I feel like the stretching would, it's going to distort the graphic. So like the lines here, they need to be uniform. So I don't know that there's any better way to do this than just to continuously just duplicate, move. If Genius Matthew has something over there, then, you know, let me know. Let's make game environments and babies. What about a breeding game? No. How would that work? A game where you have to breed. I mean, yeah. Did I tell you guys about the Leisure, or maybe you guys know about the Leisure Suit Larry games back in like the 80s? All right. Did you guys ever watch Three's Company? You ever watch Three's Company, old show from the 70s and 80s? I love that show. It would come on, I remember, I'd come home from school, Channel 5 at 4 and 4:30 every day, Three's Company. And then at 5 o'clock was Family Ties. And then eventually, I believe it was 6 o'clock was Seinfeld. Or was it 7? I remember. It's been a while. But there was this character in Three's Company named Larry, which I'm pretty sure is what Leisure Suit Larry was modeled after. Larry, Three's Company. I loved it. I loved this show. Three's Company, such a dumb show. It's just this stupid sitcom show. Yeah, there's Larry. Oh, Larry Dallas. I knew that. Is he still alive? He is. Richard Klein. 81. Oh, Larry's up there. But I want to ask Rock something. Is Larry Dallas from the show Three's Company? No. Is the Larry from the Leisure Suit Larry games the same Larry Dallas from the show Three's Company? Question mark. I'm pretty sure that has to be the inspiration behind Leisure Suit Larry, because that's what he was like. Okay, AI is telling me no, it's not the same. They're distinct characters from different media, though there are some surface level similarities that have led to speculation among fans, including this one. Both characters are named Larry, wear leisure suits, and are portrayed as womanizers with a penchant for comedic misadventures in their pursuit of women. Aren't we all? And then, not sure forever trying to keep us on task. There's some good textures on textures.com. They have nice dirt. Okay. So one thing that is important to me with this is that there has to be. Did I spell that right? Textures. I'll look at that in a little bit. It has to be snow. And I was actually at one point I was like, ooh, like how hard would it be? So I feel like it would be pretty easy to make falling snow, but probably rather difficult to make accumulating snow. So now I guess we could just say, oh, it's 33 degrees, so the snow melts as soon as it hits the ground. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Is there any way to snap objects together? I'm not sure how that would work. Okay, wait. What can I select? Okay. But nobody. Okay. Yeah, they're modular assets. You can select multiple instead of one at a time. You can use you can use L control for snapping. Snap settings will show in the scene if you press the back tick. You can see to view and snap. Okay. Let me see about this. So I can wait a minute. Okay, let's do this one and this one. Easy. Okay, so this new megapixel says V. I think you've been in here before. Letter V snap to vertex. Okay, V did nothing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing there. Nope. Okay, Matthew. They're modular assets. You can select multiple instead of one at a time. You can use L control, left control, for snapping. Okay, let's try the back tick. Snap settings will show in the scene if... Okay, snap. All right, snap settings. Let's look. Tools, grid, and snap. Oh, they're up there. Okay, so what am I doing here? Do I have to select the axis? Green is Y. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, wait. No? Grid size, all axis, rotate. Letter V to snap the vertex. I tried letter V, but there's not a lot happening. This is what letter V is doing. What is letter? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was my imagination. I thought I felt those things snap together, but maybe it was my imagination. Wait a minute. No, they're definitely not. Okay, so what does this do? Grid and snap. Press the V key with the cursor over the vertex and drag it to the other vertex of the destination object. Okay, let's try that. Let's go with this one over here. Easy. Ah! Oh my god, megapixel? Oh, wait. Why isn't that working? Press the V with the cursor over the vertex and drag it to the other vertex. So that's not working. I'm not sure why that's not working. That's weird. Oh, Well, can I do this? Wait a minute. Okay. Why did it worked for a second? I swear it worked for a second. Can I do this though? Let me see. I guess there's no reason I can't do that. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's a lot easier. Okay. All right, so I can do that, but I want to figure out this whole snapping thing. This is pretty interesting. Let's see. Go here. Go here. Easy. Easy. Okay, we go here. I swear it worked for a second. I don't know why it's not working now. I'm a little confused as to why it's not working now. Oh. Now it seems to be working. Okay, well, wait a minute. Okay, let's just make all of these nice then. Let's make all of these. Zoom in. Okay. All right, Megapixel, you're hired. Megapixel, I'm sorry, guys. Not sure. You might have to sit this one out. I think Megapixel's hired. He just saved me a bunch of trouble. Yeah, clean out your cubicle. Not sure. Megapixel, he's got a window seat now. Sorry. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And then I can just copy up. Oh, god damn it. Okay. And let's just see. I just copy a bunch of these. And then that. So let me ask another question for you guys who know Unity really well. Can you kind of see how I have multiple objects selected? Is there any way where I can merge them together, essentially? I can say merge them together, right? I mean, I it's not very complicated what I'm asking, but basically so that they're one game object instead of multiple game objects. Oh my God, look who it is. Look who it is, the Razman. The Razman has finally decided that we're good enough to be his friends and join us again. Oh, hoo. Razman, Addy can snap objects using Unity feature instead of coding a low-level data type with assembly. Well, I mean, my assembly code would have been better. It would have been a better way to do it. But I guess that, for the sake of you guys, we'll do it like this. What's going on here? But yeah, let me know. Is there a way? I guess I could ask AI instead of asking you guys too. Is there a way to combine? I mean, I guess. You could fake it, right? Like you can fake it with like a parent relationship, but it would be really great if I could just like select all of these and then be like merge. Make parent clear. Set as for a sibling. Line toggle. I don't see anything that really says merge. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Now that I have my new tool. Oh. Whoa. Would be best to group them under a parent object. Yeah, I mean that's that's the thing. Otherwise, we go down the mesh combining route. Oh, with code. Nah, never mind. No. I mean, I could totally do it because, like, I'm a genius, so it's not that hard. Like, I mean, it would be child's play, really. But we'll maybe another time. We'll do it another time. Go over here. I'll keep wanting to do shift. All right, well, but I would do what you're doing here, just under the road parent. Yeah, and I guess like if I really wanted to, I could have like different parents under the road parent for what road it is and stuff like that. But this is weird. I can't figure out why the snapping works sometimes and why other times it doesn't. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm holding down V, and now it worked. Okay. You guys are the best. Thanks, guys. It's almost like I have friends. Like my wife the other day, she's like, "You really like streaming?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because it's almost like I have friends." All right, let me see. See, like now the snapping's not working. And there it works. So I guess in order to get the snapping to work, what you have to do is say the snapping's not working, and then it works. So I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. What happened here? Wait. What happened here? What is this? What is all of this? Where did that come from? Oh my stars and garters. How does that even happen? Wait, terrain settings. Are those neighbors? They are. Somehow I turn neighbors on. Like, how do I delete them? Okay. That was okay. Crisis averted. Okay, not that bad. Create an empty object and put all of them inside. Yeah, just creating a parent, thus creating a group, and then makes an object a parent. Yeah, that makes sense. We need some 3D terrain and trees. Yes. Ha! Did you leave terrain neighbors on? Yeah, I guess I did. That's a sweet. It's a sweet sledding hill. That would be a sweet sledding hill. All right. So yeah, this is a little ridiculous, but whatever. Again, we're just doing a mind. We're not really doing any programming tonight. We're just doing a little bit of a mind-numbing exercise. Although, I really want. I really, and I know this is a game. This is a game creation. Unity is about game creation, not city creation. But goddamn, I really just kind of want to load up City Skylines right now and draw some roads just to get like I'm a junkie, like trying to get a fix, right? I just want to like play some. I just want to. I haven't updated Steam or City Skylines probably in like 6 months. I have no idea. So what happened to scriptable objects? Maybe if you came around more often, Razman, you would know. But scriptable objects. So Razman, let me give you a tour. Let me show you what we've been up to while you were like gallivanting around with your other friends because you're too good for us. So let's see. Oh shit, everything's screwed up. What is going on here? Okay, that's just the terrain. Oh. So, Razman, let's go ahead and let me show you. I'll just give you a tour through here. So we have items, right? Right now, we don't have a lot of items. We've got a flashlight, we've got a book, we've got a phone, and we've got a rusty knife. And each one inside of these folders, you will see a prefab, which is the model, and then you will see a scriptable object. And the scriptable object has such things as an item name, a damage score, which is how much damage it does when you hit something. The prefab field I'm probably going to remove, but I'm leaving it there for now. The target collision layers is self-explanatory, and then you have this interactions, which is this whole thing of like, because the way you interact with a knife is going to be different than the way you interact with a book. And so, of course, there's a default behavior for everything, but then you can override as needed because object-oriented programming, that's what it's for. Not sure asks me, did you look at the Easy Roads 3D free version 3 asset? Yes. I looked at the asset I'm using, which is, I think it's low poly. Yeah, low poly street pack. That's the one I ended up using. I think I looked at yours. You use CS to design the game's map. That would be sweet. Like that, and like if you could somehow import it. Oh geez, it's downloading. But if you could, like, literally, like, if like, do you want to know what my like ultimate dream game is? And I feel like I almost want to say I was born too late, but I don't think I was. I think maybe another 10 to 20 years. My ultimate game is going to be Google Maps, or actually Google Street View with Grand Theft Auto. Just imagine Grand Theft Auto in Google Earth or Google Maps. Yeah, Google Earth is probably a better way. Grand Theft Auto in Google Earth. That is what I want. And honestly, the new flight simulator is close, right? Because in the new flight simulator, you can actually get out of the plane and walk around. Like, actually, when I was talking about games that I played a lot of Flight Simulator back in the day. But the new flight simulator, you can actually get out of the plane and walk around. And Flight Simulator, of course, uses real world map information. And then it also has these they use AI, which is super slick. You probably already know this, but they have all the satellite imaging, and with that imaging and with AI, they kind of discern what the building model is, and so they can render a 3D version of the model just from that. I guess Google Earth has been doing that for a long time, actually. But yeah, so that is my dream game: is Grand Theft Auto meets Google Earth, and then but it's got to have like I'll tell you, I will be buying whatever system is required to play Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out. I love the Grand Theft Auto games. And I've done that. I did that with Grand Theft Auto 4 and I did with Grand Theft Auto 5. When they came out, boom. I bought a system and I bought the game, and then I played it for a month or two until I got bored, and then I never touched the system again. Not sure it says GTA Pokemon Go Edition. Scriptable objects raise, Razman says, scriptable objects raise your viewership for 400%. They did. I'm starting to understand them and appreciate them a little bit more, but you will be happy to know that I am using them. And I wanted to show you, Razman, you haven't seen anything. You haven't been here in a while because you're just you're too cool for us. You're like, no, I got other things to do. I can't be bothered with them. So let's add a knife. Let's give Razman the tour. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, just because I always have problems finding these. We're gonna make it a nice big knife. It's gonna be right next to our guard. All right, so let's go pick it up. All right, come on. You got this, boy. All right, so come over here. Okay. All righty. And then we're going to do this. And then, yeah. Die. Oh, he's dead. Yay. And then take that. Oh. And now he disappears. And now the green guy, who of course is a friendly NPC. All right, here we go. Because thanks to Not Sure, we can crouch properly now. And and then he's like, Dad, why don't you love me? I thought you loved Dad. Oh no. And then that's that. So but all of that that is powered that is powered by scriptable objects. Not Sure says procedural generation would be cool. It would be cool. Nex says scriptable object events. So that is actually, that's a good point, because I kind of am. So in my scriptable objects, I'm faking events. So I'll actually show you. So over here, these interactions like take equip, right? It maps. So the way I decided to do it, and again, for anybody new here, I am not a Unity expert. I've been programming a long time, but I've only been using Unity for a few months. But the way I did it was that the interactions over here on the right-hand side, you can map them to functions by using this attribute here. And then that's how you can say, okay, this item, and then you can add them as needed, right? And just take do the nasty, right? And then you could have so now if I have that function, now when I pick up there's a whole menu thing. I don't know if you've seen that also. Those items look awesome. So thank you. But yeah, you come over here and then you get this menu too if you press E to interact. And so there, do the nasty is now on there. And then it all just kind of works. It all kind of just works. Well, of course, we haven't done any implementation for do the nasty, but what you would do, like right now, I think it'll probably just give you an error. Yeah, no action found for do the nasty. But yeah, you would just define a function inside of there. But then, of course, so item interaction is the base class. And then, of course, since it's object-oriented programming, we have a knife interaction and blah, blah, blah. Love that I enabled filicide. You're terrible. All right. What was I doing? I completely got I got so enamored with wanting to show off for Razman because it was like, oh wow, look, we're graced with the presence of the wonderful Razman, that I got completely distracted about what I wanted to do. All right, let me just do this. Let me just get this over here. We got like 1, 2, 3, maybe of those. Maybe another one. 4. Oh shit. God damn it. All right, and then we got that. Oh, and then thanks to Megapixel, I have my new handy dandy snapping tool. Perfect. Now how could I cut? Let's see if I do this. I mean, I guess I could just do it like that. That's kind of faking it. It's going to look bad probably. I guess it looks okay. Nobody's even going to notice. But this, I think it was you, Matthew, that sent me this, this street pack, which is actually really cool. It has a lot of good stuff in it, like the, if I could find it. Did I put it under prefabs? No. Easy. Where the hell did I put it? I don't remember where I put it. Oh wait, can I just? Isn't there a way I can get it to show me this thing in the, like one of these show me in projects? Maybe I'm making that up. All right. Exterior. That's where I put it. No. Okay. That's where I wanted to put it. But apparently I did not put it there. Oh, there it is. Low poly street pack. I'm going to put it in exterior just because. Okay, so yeah, but in the low poly street pack, there's all kinds of goodies, right? Like you've even got trees, which need to be a little bigger. We're just gonna put that tree right there. That's just gonna be our nice little. It's gonna be like a little starter tree. But you got lots of signs. Ooh, a park. Oh. What do you got? Park center? Or is it parking? Oh, it's parking space. I was thinking it was actually like a park. Like with swings and shit. Okay, we were working on terrain. Yeah, I can always count on Not Sure to kind of keep me focused. Next says, nice. That's one of the cooler ways I've seen those used. Are you talking about scriptable objects? We were working on terrain. Going to look for some textures. Should do some whiteboarding for the scene. It's funny you mentioned whiteboarding. So I think I mentioned how my day job, we're getting rid of our office, and so there's tons of stuff in the office that's just going to go to the trash. And I'm getting 2 really huge whiteboards, like their own rollers, so you can roll them. I'm going to have one. I think I'm going to put it right here, and that way I can actually storyboard, or I can draw on the whiteboard during the stream. Although I'm probably just going to write like stupid shit and just leave it alone and never touch it again. Yeah, so that just funny you mentioned whiteboarding because I'm bringing. They're really nice. They're like these really huge whiteboards, and there's like tons of them at the office. And I'm like, well, I could bring more home, but like, where would I? The amount of corporate waste in America is insane. Like, if you're not familiar with it, like if you're a younger person who just hasn't experienced it yet, I don't think. There's no way to explain the amount of corporate waste that happens. You just have to experience it and just be like, what? Like, we at the office, we have these really nice, like $300 to $400 Herman Miller chairs. And I was asking the facility guy, like, what's up with the chairs? And he's like, you want one? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you want 2? And I'm like, yeah, because there's like 50 of them. There's like literally 50 of them in the office. Nobody goes to the office. We haven't gone to the office. There's been no regular presence in the office since before COVID. And now that we're getting rid of the office, all this shit, whatever we don't bring home, it's just getting thrown out. Like literally there's like 50 to 100 Herman Miller chairs that are office chairs that are just going to get thrown out. So I'm like, well, shit. All right, I'll bring home. So I could bring home like 10. But I don't have 10 offices. Not in my house. Where is this office? Are they giving away stuff? They're not giving it away. They're giving it away to like the employees. And it's here in the Northern Virginia area. Matt, you could create a dependency graph and define clear milestones and targets for the game. God, I sounded like my producer saying that. Yeah, you sound like a PM, which is fair because that's probably what I need, right? Because you can see how scatterbrained I am and how distracted I am. I have managed to make one road in the 90 minutes that we've been talking. But really, this stream isn't about the game. It's about our quality time. Are you still there, Lisa? Because this heart's for you. I don't know if Lisa's still there or not, but this heart's for Lisa. All right, let me check the other streams. Nobody in the mobile? And nobody's in Kick or Twitch. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Focus, Senpai. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck yeah. All right. So, let's see. We'll have a road coming down here. So this madness is madness. I'm going to. I don't know how I want to do this though. I'll just make another parent, I guess. Is there a? I guess I could just do this. Let me just put. Here. Nope. All right. And then I guess we can have that. And then we can... No. That's what I wanted. And then I want to move all of this down to here. Road 1 is going to be very descriptive. But I just want to get rid of some of that clutter. And then we'll just have... So this should allow me to do something very nicely. Easy. All right, let's rotate that. If we rotate it 90 degrees on the y-axis. Okay. Oh, and then it went all the way over there. That's fine. That's not terrible. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look. Now we're cooking with fire, boys. Okay. Yeah. And I know. There's that overlap thing, and there's other shit. We'll take care of it. Just calm down. Let me focus. God, just stop it. All right, there we go. Got that easy. Okay, so that. Okay, and then actually, what I should do is I should put all of these into here. And now that's all one road. Okay, so that is all one road. Okay, so let's go back. Well, actually, why don't we clean up after? Because since that went so quick, let's go ahead and let's just draw it out, and then we can clean it up, right? Like a real artist. Because, a real artist starts with the outline, and then they go back, and then they make it beautiful. Although it's always beautiful from the start. Okay, now I'm just talking nonsense. Let's see. Oh my God. So my wife over the weekend, she gave my dog, you've seen my dog, my stupid little 4-pound, he's actually 5 pounds, my stupid little 5-pound Yorkie. She gave him a bath over the weekend. So today I have in my backyard, I have this little, I have a sliding glass door. You open it, and then there's I have a little enclosure, like a little gated off area, and then I have a bigger yard. I have a fairly good sized yard, but I block off some of it because I don't want the dog running all over the yard, because he'll just, if I let him out at 10 o'clock at night to go piss, he'll go bark at something, and then it's a pain in the ass. Then I got to go outside to get him to come back in. He doesn't listen very well. So if I just I fenced off the immediate area outside of the sliding glass door. So I thought, okay, well, it was a very nice day here where I live. And I was like, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let him run in the yard at large, right? I'm gonna let him run in the entire yard. So I go and I open up the little enclosure, and the first thing this little motherfucker does, is he promptly finds some shit and proceeds to roll in it. Because he couldn't have the nice smell of dog shampoo. No, sirree. No. And I picked him, like, I saw him rolling around. Like, dogs do. They get on their back and they flail around. And I saw him doing that. And then I picked him up and oh my God, this little fucker just smelled literally like shit. And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? That's your mom's problem, not mine. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to make this. Okay, we're going to have a new child. Create empty. Road 2. All right, and then we're going to put all of these. No, not that one. Okay, we'll put that one. Where is that? Oh, yeah, let me zoom out. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so that. Okay, we'll put that one in. No. What the hell? We'll put them all in here. Okay, we'll just do all of these. And they're all going to go into row 2. And then under row 2. Are you happy now? Not sure. I'm actually concentrating a little bit. I like that we're making commie blocks. What about a game that destroys capitalism? There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Okay, let me bring this down a little bit. Press V. Thank you. Thanks for the trick, the shortcut of V, thanks to the new VP. Congratulations to Megapixel, who has been promoted to VP of Engineering. He will be reporting directly to our CTO, Matthew. And if you have any questions, you can talk to the intern, Not Sure. Not Sure has been relegated to being oh my God, what is that? What happened? Oh, do I have a duplicate? No. All right. Delete that. Yep. We'll do some programming on Wednesday, assuming that I am able to actually stream. I hope I am. And then I still got to decide where I'm going in the summer. We just need the Soviet music back now. All right, you asked for it. And I know that's going to make Not Sure happy. All right, give me a second. Copyright free Russian Doomer music. All right, we got to have a little variety here. Is there a deselect? Yes, deselect. Shift D. All right, that's good to know. Let me know if that's too loud. Oh, come on. You know, it kind of reminds me. So I fly a lot, and I never pay for internet. I never pay for internet on planes. Not never, but very rarely. And so one of the things I do, like watch movies, of course. I'll play chess on my. Actually, we should play a chess game before we go tonight. I'll play chess on my iPad. But another thing I like to do is there's this just a regular old drawing app on iPad. I forget what it's called. I forget what the one is called that I use. But I like to draw maps. I've been working on this one city, and the only time I ever work on it is when, oh my God, what did I do? How do I keep doing that? How do I stop that from happening? Like literally, like how do I stop that from happening? But no, the only time I work on that map is when I'm on a plane. But it's almost like washing dishes, except actually the map drawing is a little more creative. But no, yeah. So I've been working on this one city for quite a while now. All right. Maybe we can have. So I want to look at the other. There are other road types. Let's see. So there's street props. What about the streets themselves? Road cross. Okay, so that's just intersections. Oh, there's double, right? Because you can have the thicker roads. I mean, everybody likes it thick. Okay, and then okay, we got a nice little curvy turn. Oh, ooh, and then curvy turn double, road turn double. Oh, okay, it's the thickness again, thicker. Bus stop. Oh, nice. I was also, this is a double-edged sword with this, because I was thinking, okay, we can build this nice, this nice little city in which the game takes place. Well, if you do that, what do cities have? Cities have cars. And if you have cars, they have to be moving. And if they have to be moving, then you should be able to control that movement, which means now we're talking about moving cars. God damn it. Now I just talked myself out of this. My office is near the old AOL campus. We could probably take some furniture from you guys. Are you that close to me? I'm literally 10 minutes from the old AOL campus. 15. No, I'm a little scared. Do I know you? Not sure. Are you like one of my coworkers or something? Now I'm really what's going on here? Let's see. All right, I got to delete these roadblocks. I keep thinking that they're actually gaps in the road. You live in Herndon? We are neighbors. Yeah, no, I'm over in Sterling. I almost bought a house in Herndon. Wait a minute. Are you my friend Nick? Is that you, Nick? Has that been you the whole time? No, wait. No, Nick never had two. Wait, he might have two jobs. I don't know. No. I think I have this friend Nick. He's Russian. And I can't tell if he's independently wealthy. But if he is independently wealthy, then he's not extravagantly wealthy. He's just I have enough money where I don't really need to work all that much, and I can still live a modest lifestyle. That's the key. He's not living in a mansion. He's not driving a Porsche or a Tesla, a Tesla sports car. He's living on the life of somebody who's making $100,000 to $150,000 a year, which is a good life, right? Now you're not taking private jets to Japan or anything, but you're comfortable, you're happy. And so I've never been able to figure, because he does work, but I don't know. But then he'll go on, he'll take his whole family to Europe for a summer, and they'll just rent a car, and they camp a lot. His family's real. I don't understand campers. I kind of get it on a certain level. But camping is one of those things that, God damn it, camping is one of those things that I always wanted to. I want to camp, right? I've never really wanted to go camping, but I've always wanted to go camping. Does that make sense? So I don't know. But his family, they camp a lot. They're constantly oh yeah, no, we're going, and we're going to spend this. I think this year he's going to France, and they always we're friends on Facebook, so he'll post This is you, Nick. You're absolutely Nick, aren't you? But they're like rent a camper in Europe and just travel around Europe for the summer, which sounds cool. I mean, it sounds cool. Like nothing wrong with that. But I just brother, like the camping thing. Like I've always wanted to camp, but Nick says car camping is fun. Just set up some tents and drink around the fire. Like I can see that. So the main thing for me is like, I would say 5 nights out of the week, probably 6 actually, 5 to 6 nights out of the week, I will wake up to take a leak in the middle of the night. So how do you handle that? Like with camping, that's the one thing that gets me. And then of course, peeing is not the only thing you do in a bathroom. And so it's like, I don't know. I think I'm too much of a princess. All right, did that go? Okay, perfect. We camped a lot in Scotland, relaxing, clear sky nights, no devices while socializing. I almost thought it said no while socialism. Feeling closer to nature brings out some primary feelings. I get that. And like that's the thing. Like I can get it. Like there's a couple. There's this. I think can't remember if he's a Japanese guy or like if he's a Japanese YouTuber or a Korean YouTuber. But he does like a lot of ASMR style camping videos where it's just him just going, setting up, cooking, like doing whatever he needs to do. But he never talks. It's just literally just him doing all that stuff. And also, if I went camping, it would have to be like, I feel like I would like in this area, I would only be able to camp from October to April. Once it starts getting hot and humid, hell to the no. My old buddy Gabe, there's this thing that's called what the shit is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's this festival. It's like this week-long camping thing up in Pennsylvania where a bunch of people, they go and they reenact medieval battles, but they're all camping and there's a lot of drinking, a lot of, that kind of thing. But it's a lot of like live action role, like a lot of LARPing. And they're reenacting live action. Oh, what is the name of it? I want to say it's like because I would always ask them, "Are you going to blank this year?" Oh, come on, guys! I know one of you has to know it. But anyway, it takes place in like early August, like the first week of August, which is like the worst time of year to do this, and just literally. It's so humid. Everything is just sticky and disgusting. Like already, we're getting into the time of year where like I have to take like 2 or 3 showers a day because if I go outside, I'm sweating and I feel gross. And I just can't imagine spending, it's a 2-week-long festival because he would always be gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then then the worst part, you got to sit in the porta potty. It's not the Renaissance Fair, but it's something else. I'm going to have to look it up. But okay, I like when I went through my colon cancer years ago, I kind of got over going number 2 in a public restroom. I kind of got over that for the most part. However, if it's humid and it's sweaty, like there is nothing worse than kind of like sitting on a toilet seat and you're sliding because you're so sweaty. Oh, that's disgusting. And like that's the only thing I could think of while you're at this fair. I bet Grok knows. There is some festival thingy every year in early August, roughly for 2 weeks in Pennsylvania, where a bunch of nerds go to a field/farm and camp and reenact medieval battles. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let's see. Festival in the Woods. Let's see. Pennsic. That's it. Pennsic. Yes, Pennsic. That is it. Are you going to Pennsic this year? Yeah. Pennsic, it's, typically from late July to early August at Cooper's Lake in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. And it's just, like, I want to understand, and because so Gabe, my friend Gabe and I, we used to do the Addie and Gabe show, which was, just kind of like a podcast. But this was in like 2006. And I would just always ask him, like, I would like, explain this to me. Like, explain the appeal. I genuinely wanted to understand the appeal, but I just couldn't. I'm like, it just sounds miserable. And different strokes for different folks. I get that, but it was just like, I found it fascinating that he liked it, that it was something that, like, not only did he like it, he got 2 weeks of vacation every year, and that's what he decided to use them on. Like, I don't understand it. Yasmarine, oh my God. Oh, Mrs. Razman, that's your name. Mrs. Razman says, yuck. Yeah, I know, yuck. So Pennsic this year is July 25th to August 10th. And it's not cheap. Wait, how much does it cost to go to this goddamn thing? Let me see. Organizational chart. Okay, let's see. Pennsic map. Event registration. Let's see. Okay, if we go. Okay, registration. Okay, register online. Oh my God. Okay, just tell me how much it costs. Why do things do that? They gotta hide how much it costs. How much does it cost to attend? I'm pretty sure there's different tiers and stuff. But he was telling me how, like, some people, they'll take, like, portable air conditioners. And it's like, well, just stay home. Pennsic War, typically, okay. A rough estimate, previous years, it's ranged from $100 to $200 per person for the full event. Then there's camping fees. And then of course this is a whole, like, reenactment. So you got to pay for your gear, and then there's food, and there's, oh my, so you're talking, like, I mean, I can't, who am I? Like, I'll literally spend, like, thousands of dollars to go some faraway place just so I can, like, browse the internet and watch TV in another country. So who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? To each their own, different strokes for different folks, right? Okay, so the question is, what do I want to do? This is all on a branch. This is all really messy right now. I'm gonna leave this. You know what? I'm gonna do a poll. So here are the options. What do I want to do with this? Let's see. Start a poll. What do I want to do? And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. What do I want to do? Do I want to keep working on the branch? Or do I want to merge the branch into master now? All right, so we'll those are the two options. We'll see what we'll go with the wisdom of the crowd tonight, because we're about to wrap up. I mean, look, I got like 4 whole roads done in 2 hours. 4 whole roads. Do you know Pseudo Bob? I do not know Pseudo Bob. At this point in SimCity, we would light the map on fire. Oh, what happened? I thought, oh yeah, okay. Wait. Library. All right. Oh, apparently. Oh, I forgot this was even running. Oh, I can resume. Am I going to become a game streamer now? Like, I mean, I used to stream City Skylines. Oh, I thought it crashed. Do you know of a coder by the name of PJ? I used to know a Filipino guy named PJ like, but literally in like 1999, 2000. First job I had, I became friends with this guy named PJ. He had moved to the area from California, and like we just became really good friends, like within a matter of a couple of weeks, and then we had a falling out. Okay, so City Skylines. That's the only PJ I know. Is that? And he was married. His wife was like a white American woman. I never met her, but he talked about her. Obviously, it was his wife. Of course, he talked about her. Trying to remember anything else I remember about him. No, that's all I remember about PJ. It's the only PJ I remember. Oh, and then I ran into him once at Bethesda. Was it Bethesda Mall? There's this mall. Yeah, I think it's over in Bethesda. It was near a high school. Okay. All right, so merge to master is the consensus among the three people here. All right, so this is a complete mess. So if I'm going to merge this to master, let's try to make it a little more presentable. Okay, let's just get rid of the knife. Okay, this single tree that doesn't need to be there. We'll get rid of this knife right here. Easy. Okay, we don't need that. Skybox rotator. Oh, that's why my skybox. Okay, let's reactivate that. Is that working? Rotation speed. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do this. Let's see if this works. I don't remember if the skybox still rotates. I haven't paid attention to that in ages. Yes, it does. Yeah, at some point it would be nice. Well, this is a static image. So that was the other thing I wanted to look at. Actually, let me do that really quick. You guys don't have anything else to do. So I had started another project, and that's where I was working. Oh, I don't remember if it was that, but I was working on day-night cycles, and I got it working. I mean, of course, with the help of AI, but I don't remember if it was that project or if it was, where the hell's the hub? All right, here we go. The hub. No, not that hub. I'm talking about Unity Hub, all right? Guys, get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. Especially you, Razman. I know. Oh, yeah, I know. Do you know... Okay, do you know Stuart Allen from Kirimoto? I do not know Stuart Allen. Oh. I forgot that we even did this. We were going to... Okay, because we were going to see... That's right. We were going to see if the bug... We were going to see if Matthew was actually right. And see if the bug appears. Okay, so here we are.
Please, you are under arrest. I'll find you. You are under
All right,
arrest.
let's see.
I'll find you.
All right. Well, you win this round, Matthew. You win this time. Oh, wow. The camera really does clip through the walls, doesn't it? All right. Okay, I think this was the one with the day-night cycle. Let me see. Yep. And I remember, I haven't looked at this in a long time though. But yeah, I remember, and then I was trying to get this guy to I was trying to learn animations, which at some point I should probably do. Oh, I think I can just walk through them right now. All right, I don't need. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so that's Strawberry Lake. Okay, so this is, what is this? This is, oh, I don't think I ever did anything. Okay, that one's just an empty project. All right, so let me, let's see what else we have here. So that gameplay HUD. What was this? I'm trying to remember what everything, oh. Why did I disable that? Did I break the... That's another thing I want to explore at some point. Unit tests. Oh. Like, I assume they're... actually, no, I don't need to assume. I know that there is an entire unit test module and support with Unity. I have no idea how it works. I just know it exists. So at some point, I mean, like, we're kind of getting to the point where, like, we could already stand some unit tests. So if somebody wants to kind of set up some unit tests, I wouldn't hate that, because I think that would just give me a good idea of, like, kind of how they work or how to set them up, kind of. But anyway, you know, if you're bored and you have time, all right, let me check this in. All right, I'm going to check this in. I'm going to merge this mess to master. I'm going to do it. Oh, wait. No, now it's 50-50. Mrs. Razman says, Razman went to take a nap. He was feeling tired, but I will let him know about the stream. Oh. He comes on 10 minutes, and then he's gone. Whatever. I see how it is. All right, so let me just do this. Merging in street changes and other things. Oh, that's right. I was working on a flashlight as well. That's in here too. That's why it's called flashlight. Okay, so I've merged that. I'm going to switch to master now before I forget. And then I will go over here. Easy. And then I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make myself a piece of peanut butter toast, and I'm going to go to bed. All right. Why is my computer stuttering? Add it. All right. So create the pull request. Matthew says the flashlight branch just adds roads. Don't act like you're. Look, Matthew. Don't be acting like you're all high and mighty like Razman does. All right, you just calm down. Like, don't even try to pretend like you haven't done something similar. All right, like, don't even try. You're not fooling anybody. All right, that is all merged to master. And like I said, I would love it if somebody like Matthew or Razman or whoever, if one of you guys wanted to like add like just kind of like some basic unit tests, like literally just like a very simple unit test. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably, I don't even know how to run them though. I'm going to guess that there is a way to. So what I'm getting at is I'm guessing that. How do I say this? Okay. Let me just explain how I have it in my other game, or like the one game I was working on, or in development in general, actually. When you push code, it would be great to just push the code and then have it automated where the unit tests run. Now, I don't know if you can have the unit tests run inside of a GitHub runner. I don't know. And maybe you can. Or let's see. Well, let's see. Do GitHub, or are they called actions? Do GitHub actions support Unity unit tests? Yes, GitHub actions can be used to automate Unity unit tests. Okay, so anyway, that's the dream, right? But I would like to first just understand how unit tests work in Unity. I'm guessing there is some UI somewhere in here to like run them and set them up. I would guess there is, but maybe there's not. I don't know. Anyway, just a thought. Okay. Mrs. Razman says he has been studying. He will have 3 job interviews and 1 test this week. He's been doing some certifications as well. I think DevOps, not sure how it writes down. Oh, good. Now, I'm just giving him a hard time. I know you people have lives. I mean, I know even though your world should center around me, I know it doesn't. That's fine. You guys, you're free to make mistakes, but no, I get it. People have lives. But yeah. And then Not Sure says, I think I need to do some world building in Blender. Go for it, dude. Seriously. And I thought and at some point we're going to have to figure out how to do animations and characters. Let me just do this. I just want to pull the code down because I will forget that I did this. Dog DFS. Oh. Do I need to get fit? Yeah. Excuse me? Excuse me? What in the world happened to my local... Well, first of all, did everything get... Okay, 3 minutes ago, made the terrain bigger. Yes. In my flashlight branch, I made the terrain bigger. I think that makes perfect sense. Get reset hard. Okay. Get fetch. No. Oh, I see what the problem is. Now let's do this. God damn it. Get pool dash rebase. No. I think it's complaining that I'm just going to delete this branch. That's scary. That's actually a little too scary for my blood. I'll figure it out tomorrow. It's already late. And I know you guys need to get to bed, but most of all, I know I need to get to bed. But thanks for joining as always. It's great seeing everybody. I will be back on Wednesday. I think I'll let you know. I do post. I do kind of, follow me on Twitter at Addy Goes Places, and then I do use the post sections on YouTube. So it'd be great to kind of interact with you guys there. But yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to click and subscribe. Check out my travel channel, Addy Goes Places. And I'm so pissed off at YouTube right now because the video got flagged as a United States election video. So it got flagged, and I have no idea why, because it is literally a video about Narvik, Norway. This town in the middle of the Arctic, and they're saying, "Oh, this is an election. This is an election video, and so it's not going to get you're not going to get the best algorithm available. Sorry." And so angry. So I got it, but I'm fighting with them. I'm like what the fuck? Like what? It, like I had that happen to another video a couple of years ago where I was in India, and the camera scrolled past some guy's name. I didn't even know because it wasn't written with the Latin alphabet. It was written in Kannada. I think it was Kannada, but which is a language which has this like really loop-de-loo script, and it was getting flagged as like a political video like of Indian politics. And I'm like, what the? I don't know shit about Indian politics. And so my buddy who's Indian, he watched and he's like, oh, I think the problem is that that this sign that's on the screen for like 2 seconds had this particular candidate's name. And I was like, okay. And so I blurted out, boom, got removed. So so this new video of mine that I posted, I'm like, I have watched it, and I'm like, because it's only one name that will get you flagged in the United States. It's not like you could have signs that say Kamala Harris all over the place, but there's only one name that gets you flagged in the U.S. And so I'm like looking through is there, and the most. So I was looking for Trump's name, couldn't find it, and the most annoying thing. Oh my God, the most annoying thing with YouTube is they'll be like, oh yeah, no, there's a violation in your video, but we're not going to tell you where. You just kind of got to figure it out. Fucking, oh, it's infuriating. So, and like I was excited about this video, and literally I don't even think it has 100 views yet. It is getting nerfed so bad. Oh, I'm so angry. So angry. So angry. 58 views. So it's like completely just getting like, look, it's a video about. And I was really the reason I was proud of this video is because I had like an open, like this is the first time I've tried narration.
In this video, I arrive in the far north of northern Norway, where rugged mountains.
Anyway, check it out if you get a chance. I would appreciate it. Help. I don't know. Hopefully I will get that flag lifted off of there because I'm so angry. So angry. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great night.